This Vermont utility weather outlook is valid the rest of today, Wednesday, through next Tuesday, December the 1st. This Vermont utility weather outlook looks like we'll see non-eventful utility concerns through at least Monday night. Possible channeling winds may occur across the Champlain Valley, northwestern portions of Vermont on Tuesday. It'll be kind of a temperature roller coaster ride, kind of changeable, but nothing extreme. The biggest weather maker will be a cold front that'll arrive on Friday night into the early morning hours on Saturday. This will transition some rain showers over to a little bit of wet snow, but likely under 2 inches and mainly over the northern half of the state. That'll happen on Friday night, early Saturday morning. Overall, a quiet period is forecast. Well, the quiet weather associated with this sort of flat ridge of higher pressure, a little bit of a shortwave ridge of higher pressure moving to our west and moving through our region. But in general, very quiet conditions east of the Mississippi Valley and even east of the central and southern Rockies. Bit of a weather system will be developing here, and this is out ahead of this trough of low pressure where most of the main action is. This out across the northwestern corner of the United States into western Canada. And then it spreads, of course, north, well north of our region. We're being protected by this ridge of higher pressure. Looking at the current temperatures, you can see that colder than normal temperatures up to the north. Relatively chilly temperatures through our neck of the woods, but warmer temperatures off to the south. Temperatures actually above normal. Well, this is the deal. We have an area of higher pressure located over the Gulf of Maine. This is guarding us. It'll elongate into a ridge, and this is what's going to protect us during the day on Thanksgiving and really into probably Friday morning. From there, we have this long elongated frontal boundary, kind of anticyclonic curvature, but colder air off to the north, warmer air off in our neck of the woods that will be modifying. And as this area of higher pressure gradually shifts off to the south, cold front will move on through. It'll bring us rain showers on late Friday afternoon, mostly Friday night, and that'll transition to a little bit of wet snow as it drops in. That gets replaced with another elongated area of higher pressure. Not as strong as the first one, but still, it's going to give us another period, another shot of good project weather. That'll happen basically starting Sunday and continuing into Monday, Tuesday, and the first part of Tuesday. This is Tuesday's fairly strong area of higher pressure, and this storm system will be developing and trying to make a run at us. This will happen on Tuesday, and this is what could be tightening up the pressure gradient with some precipitation beginning to work in, mainly in the form of rain. That would happen Tuesday afternoon. In terms of strong gusty winds, the thing to look for is those painted green splotches. And with Vermont here, we have another area of higher pressure that will be building in. You can see that moves on through, weakens the gradient, and then it tightens up. Watch to the southwest. Again, this is along about Tuesday. This is a pretty good shot of wind here, and it'll try to make a run toward us, but then eventually weaken. This is valid late in the day on Tuesday, and we're looking at some potential channeling winds, maybe getting up to marginal levels. In terms of snow, this is what will be happening to our north with that cold front. And then that cold front slowly sags off to the south. Looks like we get into a little bit of snow during Friday night and into early morning on Saturday. And notice that's going to be about it as the snow kind of washes out. So the most snow we're talking about, definitely under 2 inches. That could change. It's something we'll be monitoring. Later on down the road, we could see a little bit more snow, but that's going to be basically after the next storm system. This is valid along about Wednesday night into Thursday. So we're not talking about a lot, but a little bit more around the horizon. And an illustration in general here shows the last 7 days. You can see that most of the weather actions either in parts of western Mexico, some tropical systems getting involved, and a lot of jet stream energy that affects the northwest corner of the U.S. moves into Canada. And the general areas were protected by this ridge of higher pressure that's been more often than not kind of guarding our ground here, keeping most of the heavy weather action off to the west. This is only going to continue, and there's suggestions that this may continue into a good portion of December, although it will be getting colder gradually. So for 7-day total accumulations from the Weather Prediction Center, you can see that the heaviest amounts of precip are forecast really on Thanksgiving Day across this particular area, and there could be some mixed precip events off to our west. Nothing for us to worry about. You can see Vermont is basically between a ½ inch and an inch, par for the course. With a warm-up ahead the late part of this week, this is going to be the weighted balance here with above normal temperatures anywhere from 6 to 9 degrees above normal overall. These are the maximum temperatures for the next 5 days. You can see where the main storminess is and the colder temperatures here. We'll shift things 3 days later. You can see that cold air is trying to make some inroads and spreading across the country while Canada warms up a lot. We're either near neutral to about 3 degrees above normal. That weighted change there with cooler air getting into the region in the early to mid part of next week. Once again, this is showing temperature schematic here. Nothing extreme. This is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and so forth. The maximum temperatures will be Friday afternoon, peaking in the low 50s, and trying to make a run toward 50 degrees, maybe upper 40s on Thanksgiving Day. You can see that nighttime lows are nothing extreme. We have really no snow cover to worry about. And in terms of winds, nothing there is as well, at least up until probably Tuesday afternoon for places like the Champlain Valley. 7-day snowfall totals, less than a ½ inch, rounding off to a trace. Areas maybe almost a ½ inch in some parts of the northern tier areas with lake effect banding that took place from Franklin County across parts of Orleans County and the northern Greens. Let's quickly take a look at the in terms of snow depths, and this is the current reading showing zilch. However, we do have a few inches atop our local mountains, as we know, and some of the ski resorts, which are making snow when it gets cold enough to. And GFS ensemble shows pretty much a good agreement with the European model. We have a little bit of rain shower activity moving in, and then it changes to snow shower activity as colder air on the back side of that system just about the time precipitation departs, indicating just a tiny smidgen of snow that'll take place, it looks like, Saturday morning. Okay, I thought I'd show you the European ensemble. This is valid of the colder air that's in this area here. You can see temperatures relatively below normal in the green and blues and whatnot. And anything that's in the lighter colors or the redder colors, you can see above normal. So this is the case with this current cool down, and then you can see temperatures becoming warmer than normal as we head into the late part of the week on Friday, Thursday, and Friday. And then a little bit of a cool down heads into this weekend with that drop in temperature, but it doesn't last very long. This is going to be almost a semi-permanent feature for the next potentially 20-25 days. And you can see that, if anything, the ensemble, European ensemble models here continue to bring us temperatures either at or slightly above normal. And this continues for some time to come. We're talking here the 15th of December. And just to drag that out a little bit farther here, this is kind of a typical El Nino look, what we're kind of expecting with the subtropical jet being very strong, the west coast seeing colder than normal air, and some higher latitude blocking, but not at the pole, but sort of across Canada, keeping Canada warmer than normal. And this goes out all the way to Christmas Day, and you can see temperatures remaining above normal. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.